Okay, here's how to make a stacker. Now this one is oval. You can do it with different shapes, but this one's oval. Now the first thing I'm going to do is go over to the right here and make a new layer. We've got one layer you can see here is the background. I'm going to make a new layer. If you can't see this layers box, you want to go View, Palettes and Layers. We can see it, so we're fine. And we've made a second layer. Now you can see we've got this background layer, and if I just turn the visibility of that off, we've got a blank layer over the top. So our original layer, second layer. So this second one, which I've made sure I've clicked, is just a blank one. We're just going to use it to get the selection. To get the selection, the Shapes tool, over here in your colours, make sure you have a colour in the bottom box, doesn't matter what, and nothing, hit the nothing in the top box because we don't want a border to it. So just a colour, make sure we're on the second layer and draw your shape. Now we're going to get this shape so it just comes to the outside of the black box. If you can't see too well, which you can see now we can't, go back over to your layers and reduce it down to around about 50%. It's 52, and you can see we can see through it now. And that looks as if it's just about in the right place. So now back over to this side, select our magic wand and click on it. We're on this third vector one, but you can now see we've got a selection for the oval shape. Now we can turn those two off because we don't want them anymore, and click on the background, our original picture. So make sure we're clicked on the background. Don't do anything which will lose you that selection. If you do lose it for any reason, go back to the vector and you can click it again. But say from now on we want to work on the background. So making sure we're still on the background over here on the right on the layers. We've still got the selection. All we need to do is copy. I'll zoom out a second. Edit, paste as a new selection. And there it is. And you'll also notice that as it comes in, it too is now selected. Which is really good actually, because this second one is selected. We can go up the top here to Selections, Modify and Contract. We'll ignore that message. I've got 35 set up in here. If I have a look at the preview there, you can see where it'll take me, which is fine for this one. 35 was there because I was doing this yesterday. So just click OK, you'll see the selections moved in 35. And again, all I have to do is edit, copy, zoom out a little, and edit, paste as a new selection. That's selected. So all I have to do now is go back to the top selections, modify, contract it again. See it's contracted there. I'll copy that again, edit, paste as a new selection. And I'll do that one more time. Selections, modify, contract. It's contracted. Edit, copy, edit, paste as a new selection. And I'll put it there. And that is all my areas done. I'll just click off that. And you see we've still got, in this layers box on the right, we've still got these two spare layers. We don't really need those anymore, so we'll just delete those. just right click on the layer and hit delete. We're left with our background one as we started. And there's our piece, we can just save it. And I'll give it a slightly different name. We'll call it Stacker. And that's it saved. Obviously you can do the same technique with different shapes, because you don't have to, when you use the shape tool, you've got different shapes you can use. Obviously mostly you'll be using the ellipse or the rectangle, perhaps even the triangle at some stage. Have a play. Right, thank you. Bye bye.